The James Webb Space Telescope is so powerful that it can analyze the chemical composition of atmospheres on distant planets. Recently, it studied K218b, and the findings were extraordinary. The atmosphere showed molecules that could only be produced by living organisms. In other words, we might be closer than ever to detecting life on another world. The shutdown order came through the Deep Space Network long before anyone outside a sealed sequence of control rooms sensed anything unusual. Engineers who had monitored the telescope daily since its deployment knew its rhythms like the breathing of a sleeping giant. That morning, its silence was different. Not the silence of a powered-down instrument, but the silence of a team instructed not to speak. Rumors had already begun circulating within internal channels before the official notice. The telescope had spent several consecutive observation cycles locked onto Mercury. Observing Mercury was not unusual in itself, but the data was. Earlier studies had revealed unusual thermal patterns, but nothing alarming. Webb's infrared sensors, however, provided unprecedented detail. The first anomaly appeared as infrared signatures that didn't match any known geological, atmospheric, or magnetic explanation. The heat patterns formed shapes, too precise to be natural. Parallel ridges reflected heat consistently. Triangular depressions appeared with angles precise enough to rival engineered design. The structure spanned hundreds of kilometers and remained stable across multiple observations, even with Mercury's extreme temperature swings. Some argued it was merely subsurface mineral layering reacting to solar radiation. Others felt an unsettling sense of order emerging from chaos. Mercury had something beneath its crust that shouldn't exist naturally. Behind closed doors, scientists were summoned to briefings, leaving personal devices outside. The discussions were tense. Orders were simple. No discussion outside the authorized circle, no sharing of raw data, and all Mercury observations suspended indefinitely. The shutdown of active observation mode followed soon after. High-resolution images circulated among a select group of analysts. The western hemisphere of Mercury glowed under infrared light, revealing structural symmetries and excavation-like grooves across the surface. Some heat signatures pulsed faintly, like dormant machinery or something beneath the crust responding to solar tides. The anomalies did not match any volcanic or tectonic activity. Mercury had been geologically inactive for billions of years. The rhythmic thermal pulses suggested mechanisms, engineering, and intent. One image showed a hexagonal pattern almost 30 kilometers across, buried under layers of regolith and scarred by meteor impacts. The order was clear where chaos should dominate. NASA protocols allow for anomalies, but nothing prepared them for the discovery of massive engineered structures beneath Mercury. If confirmed, these formations could be one of the most significant revelations in human history, predating civilization and possibly even life on Earth. Debate erupted within the scientific community. Some argued Mercury's environment, blistering heat, frigid cold, and constant bombardment by solar wind, would destroy any structure unless it was made of materials beyond human understanding. Others suggested that natural processes occasionally create surprisingly regular patterns. But the rhythmic pulses indicated a controlling mechanism, not randomness. The team cross-referenced previous missions, including Mariner 10 and Messenger. Minor anomalies once dismissed now aligned with Webb's data. What had appeared as noise revealed itself as part of a larger design. Mercury's surface transformed in their models from barren rock into a planetary-scale framework. Internal discussions also considered consequences. Revealing Mercury's hidden structures could provoke awe, panic, or global instability. Humanity might interpret the discovery as evidence of alien civilizations, ancient technologies, or dormant systems capable of awakening. For leadership, the question shifted from what the telescope saw to how and when the public should be informed. The infrared sequences, captured milliseconds apart, revealed subtle micro-variations, resembling a signal pattern. No conventional communication existed, only the faint hum of machinery, as if something had once operated at unimaginable scale. Some analysts suggested the structures could be planetary stabilizers or energy harvesters, crafted by an unknown intelligence, perhaps abandoned long before Earth formed. The senior researchers considered the possibility that the structures might still respond to observation. Webb's sensors could have triggered a reaction, however slight. The shutdown directive reflected this concern. No one wanted to accidentally activate a system built by an unknown civilization. Webb's telemetry appeared incomplete to the outside world. Scheduled observations vanished from public calendars. Within the secure facility, specialists integrated infrared imaging, magnetic mapping, and structural overlays. The underlayer of Mercury revealed a coherent design. The hexagonal lattice extended into interconnected filaments, responding to thermal flux. The thermal pulses aligned with Mercury's magnetic anomalies and prime meridian, and even corresponded with solar cycles predating human calendars. Whoever built the structures understood solar physics on a level far beyond current human capability. Early readings showed that the thermal pulses increased slightly over time. Something beneath Mercury might be responding not to the Sun, but to Webb's infrared illumination. Observation could influence the observed. Factions emerged within the team. Some urged reactivation to learn more. Others insisted on caution, warning that further scanning could trigger dangerous outcomes. Debate continued quietly, the atmosphere reverent and tense. Analysis revealed deeper complexity. Thermal pulses displayed secondary frequencies, oscillating with Mercury's rotational wobble. The structures appeared tuned to planetary vibrations. They might have been designed with foresight, engineering intelligence, and understanding of long-term planetary dynamics. A dynamic model of Mercury's interior stunned the researchers. The subsurface network was a lattice of interconnected chambers and corridors, following gravitational harmonics. The design suggested an understanding of tectonics and energy regulation beyond natural processes. At the planet's core, anomalies resembled spheres encased within spheres, with faint heat signals orbiting like filaments. Researchers compared it to gyroscopic stabilizers but on planetary scale. Mercury might have been engineered as a stabilizing anchor for the solar system. Its internal structures may modulate gravitational interactions or solar emissions. The findings implied a civilization capable of planetary-scale engineering, with foresight spanning billions of years. Other planets might contain similar relics. The Sun itself could be part of a larger system, subtly shaped by unknown forces. The team prepared a classified report, outlining observations and uncertainties. Deep spectral analysis revealed irregular thermal shifts, predictive in nature. The structures might contain an intelligence or adaptive automation, following an original directive over cosmic timescales. Webb remained dormant in orbit, its instruments idle but healthy. Analysts continued exploring the data, finding fractal patterns and integrated designs across thermal and magnetic layers. Efficiency resembled biological systems, yet complexity defied categorization. Further analysis revealed harmonic resonances, faintly responding to gravitational waves. Mercury's structures may have interacted with other planetary systems, forming a network possibly spanning multiple stars. Subtle internal shifts suggested the mechanism was not dormant but adjusting. Observation itself might provoke a response. The shutdown remained essential to avoid disturbing an ancient system whose purpose remained unknown. The analysis continued, mapping the planet's hidden machine in intricate detail. The network of corridors and chambers hinted at design, purpose, and intelligence. Scientists understood that Mercury might not be a natural planet at all, but a carefully balanced construct. With each day, the researchers confronted the enormity of the discovery. Humanity had glimpsed something immense, ancient, and deliberate. The James Webb Space Telescope, now silent, had revealed a secret buried beneath the harsh surface of Mercury. Humanity had found a doorway to knowledge older than Earth itself, and the question remained: what else in the solar system hides secrets waiting to be uncovered?